Hello and welcome to another UDK tutorial. Today it's context sensitive cameras and just an example of how they're made using Kismet. So instead of the basic map we've got this one, which has got green, red and blue, just little areas on the map which we're going to be setting up the triggers for the context cameras. So yeah, we're going to start by putting in 3 cameras which we'll be using for context sensitive areas. Just drag and drop them in from the actor classes, it doesn't matter where. We're going to now position these, so if you click on one you can try and position them manually, but what I prefer, use this lock selected act as the camera, and then you can just move around, position it, and then if you press it again, you come out of it, and the camera is now located where you were looking, so you've got a perspective. So I'm going to put that first one there, this side one, this one we're going to put like a side on view, and this last one we'll make it just like a tunnel vision one, so at the very bottom. Yeah, that'll do. So we've now got the 3 cameras in position. What we need to do now is make a trigger volume for each of these. This is done simply. I've got the brush that I use to make these areas, the builder brush. You just move it into position, just generally, and then you add volume from here, and it needs to be a trigger volume. So you place it in, you'll see it makes a green little shape on the thing depending on your builder brush. But for now I'm just going to pause the video and make one the correct size for all 3 of these. Okay, I'm back. So we have the 3 sides, the 3 areas, all of them with all the cameras pointing, which are going to be acting as our triggers. So this first one, what we're going to do, before we do this though, we're going to go and change the game type to UT game, simply just for having an actor there and no default inventory, just a preference of mine. This basically just means that when the cameras change we can see them in the game, like see the character in the game. Okay, so with one of the triggers selected, we're going to open the Kismet. Oh, it was open at the bottom. We're going to open the Kismet, and we are going to create a new event so that when it's touched, the trigger's touched, that the camera, it changes camera and it looks towards player. So yep, we've got that there. Need a new actor. Set camera target. We'll just link that up with touched. We need the cam target, so we're going to select the target, the camera in the scene, add new object variable using the camera actor and link that up. We also need a player, so new variable and player. Once they've linked up, then it should work. So we've got when it's touched, camera targets is selected, and it knows that if a player's in it, that's okay. So we're just going to run this, and we'll drop down slowly. So when we step on the screen figure shut, yes, it's worked. Okay, so we've got a player there, but currently there's no other triggers in the no other Kismet run. So I'm just going to once again pause, and I'm just going to set up the rest of them, show you the Kismet, so that each of these will point to the right place, and you can just see how context cameras can be used collaboratively with each other. Okay, so we're back. I've set up the Kismet. We're just going to jump straight in red. Just full screen up. Zoom in a little so you can see better. Okay, so we've got the same thing, same principle running on each of them. I've just moved that around to make it a little easier for me to read. Seeing that all players are going to be the target for each of them, rather than making 3 separate variables, I've just linked them up, but they could easily just be underneath the target. But that's basically all they've done. You can pause it and have a look if you want, but I'm just going to play it in viewport and show you how they work together. So this first one, you can see where he is, goes on to this next one, which is the side-on camera, and then finally to this little red square here. So I hope this has shown you a little bit how to do context sensitive cameras, and I really hope it helps.